Welcome back. So hopefully you guys survived today, even though, quite honestly, today was not bad at all. But I know some people were scared or freaked out by what happened this morning. Basically, in case you missed it, we had a bad inflation reading this morning. Okay, PPI came in 0.7% higher than anticipated. So PPI is a wholesale inflation reading, was supposed to bump up by 0.2% for the month of July, went up by 0.9%. So that kind of spooked markets. A lot of people, Wall Street, and it seems like institutions sold off a lot of risk on assets, which prompted Bitcoin's fall from its high 124 yesterday to where we are right now, like 118.5, 118.6. So is it the end of the world? Obviously not, because we basically fell back down to a level 2 days ago, right? I think we dipped down maybe to 117 today, and then we're back up to 118.5. And obviously, if you're looking at like alts, for example, yes, ETH was close to breaking 4,800. Right now, it's like 4,560. Again, way higher compared to 2-3 weeks ago. Sol still at 192, 193. Closing at 200 once again, even though yesterday hit 200. But again, we basically lost like 2 days of gains. Okay, absolutely zero reason to be spooked or panicked over. So that's really it. There's a couple things. Number one, a lot of people talked about CME gap that was at 117, 118. Guess what? We filled it today. So that's out of the way. Historically, 90+% of CME gaps are filled. But that doesn't mean that it happens right away. Some of those gaps get filled months and months down the road. But it's just this thing, this phenomenon that CME gaps tend to get filled, but there are still 10+% that does not get filled. And some of the ones that are below 100,000 will never get filled again. So, you know, it is what it is. But hey, again, at least we scratched that off. Market makers, of course, did their thing, okay? Removed a lot of liquidity once again, over $1 billion in liquidations today. No surprise. This morning when I showed the liquidation map, I mean, you had a ton of 50Xs, 100Xs. I don't know what people are doing. Way too much degens. If you're going to play with leverage, you know, be happy with a 3, 5X, maybe an 8X, 10X. Realize a 10X is 10X. You put $1,000, a 10X is equivalent to 10,000. If you put 10,000, it's equivalent to 100,000. You put 100,000, equivalent to $1 million in terms of your losses and gains. So you got to be careful. These guys are playing 25, 50, 100X leverage. I don't know what they're doing. They're waiting to be liquidated, and that's exactly what happened. Over $1 billion liquidated. But the good news is, again, today was very normal. We didn't go down. We didn't reset, you know, at much at all, right? And we clear out a CME gap, so all fantastic. There's also this clarification about Scott Benson, and you know, this morning people asked me about how Scott Benson said that he was not going to buy any more Bitcoin. No, the message didn't say it. Didn't change. He's still basically doing what Trump said before, which is, okay, move the confiscated Bitcoin into reserves, yes, and then find budget-neutral ways to buy more Bitcoin. So, yes, they're not looking for ways to buy Bitcoin with cash. What they're trying to do is figure out ways to add Bitcoin without spending any more money. That has always been the mission and still is the mission, and that's not going to change. So, any FUD that was caused this morning, he clarified it. So no problem with that. Outside of these things, I mean, there's really nothing else. Tomorrow, there's a couple things. There's retail numbers that's coming out. So I don't know if retail numbers go down is actually a good thing. When these economic data come in bad, it gives us more ammunition for more rate cuts, right? So also the good thing is this morning, even with the horrible inflation number, it didn't decrease the percentage for rate cuts in September much. We're still plus 90+%. unfortunately removed the 50 basis point, I think, off the table. But again, we got more economic data. It really depends. So tomorrow we got a retail data that's coming out. So that's somewhat important. And also, Trump is meeting with Putin tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to hear much about it until next week or weekend or whatever, right? Trump is trying to negotiate an end to the war, of course, in Ukraine. And that's going to happen tomorrow. But that's pretty much it. Overall, you know what? We're still in full-blown altcoin season. I know a lot of people this morning was kind of kidding in the live chat, saying, "Well, no, it's over. The whole thing's over. Time to sell. Everything's done, and we lost our gains." No, no, that's not what happened at all. We did reset. Market makers got rid of liquidity, right? We filled the CME gap. We are ready to climb higher. It would not surprise me tomorrow and into this weekend we get right back up, where Bitcoin goes up to 124, ETH maybe breaks his all-time high of 4,800. We see Sol break above 200 and go beyond. Sui breaking above $4 once again. XRP maybe possibly breaking up 350. And many others like Chainlink breaking above 24, and the list goes on and on and on. ADA was above $1. It's heading to 113. I mentioned that. So yeah, nothing really changed. Just sit tight, guys. Sit tight. Continue to hodl on DCA. That's always been a strategy, and it's still the strategy. And just stick with it. Don't let the FUD scare you out. Don't let these market makers play games with you. That's it. That's it. Outside of these things, really nothing else. Nothing else. I know a lot of people are enjoying. I've been showcasing Crypto Pulse, the charts on Crypto Pulse. If you're not following it, make sure you do so. There's an X channel. There's a Facebook channel, right? The links are in the description. Make sure you follow it. A lot of my traders are posting some really good signals and charts of your favorite altcoins and Bitcoin, of course. So make sure you check that out if you haven't. Crypto Pulse is also the brand that hosts my Discord, which I've asked you guys to join. I've been showcasing it. A lot of people coming in, just having fun and getting educated. So make sure you join that. And as always, check out cryptozaros.com, right? All these things, absolutely free, doesn't cost you anything. If you love crypto, you want to get more updated, you want to get, you want to talk with the community more, these are the tools at your disposal. All right, that's it, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, take a good one. Take a good one. Have a good night. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.